Hello, hello, hello. This is Cyborg,
And Bumblebee.
and today we're going to be talking about backstories upon backstories
Absolute Green Lantern issue number 8.
and backshots.
Sir. But anyways, so this story kind of gives us this issue gives us kind of a backstory and a little bit of history on our main character, Sojourner Mullein,
Joe.
aka Joe.
Yeah, so it really went back to when she was a kid. Well, yeah, a child. Then what would you say? Adolescent?
Child, adolescent, young adult
Yeah.
life.
Until present day.
Yeah. So
it was very interesting.
Mm-hmm. So the issue starts off with her and her dad moving back to Evergreen from New York.
Right.
After her dad and her mom got divorced.
Well, we'll see how that ended up.
So
runs in the family.
I guess. But her and her dad moved to Evergreen. She makes some new friends, or a friend, aka Harold, aka Hal Jordan.
I still can't believe that's his actual name. It's weird.
Fun fact, if y'all didn't know, Hal Jordan's legal name is Harold.
I don't care what anybody say. His name is Hal freaking Money Green. Get it, boy, Jordan.
Harold.
I'll take care of you later.
And then we cut to when she's, an adult, and when she's a young adult and she has gotten a job as a police officer.
Yeah, but before that, sorry to cut you off, Bumblebee. We pretty much get Hal Jordan telling us exactly what he's going to be as a child as a child, he's telling us what he's going to be as an adult. First, he says he's going to be a pilot.
Mm-hmm.
Sure enough, he was a pilot. Then he says he's going to be a cop, but not just any cop,
a space cop.
And sure enough, he's a space cop. That was a little side bit that I enjoyed. It was actually pretty cool. Now, bear in mind, this is the absolute universe, not the actual universe. So they were doing an homage to him in the other universe, not this one.
And apparently her dad had some opinions.
Yeah, saying he has no will power. He don't know what he's going to do, what he's going to be. Saying, ask him the next day, he's going to be something different.
Yeah.
Sure enough.
And he said, at least being a cop is a respectable something of merit.
And he was right.
Yeah, apparently he doesn't think being a pilot is something of merit.
I think it is.
So she becomes a police officer. She joins the police office. She meets some people in the office, which I had a lot of fun Googling these names of these characters as they were introduced in this little section here. We kind of get introduced to a lot of characters.
Mm-hmm.
We have William
Hand,
the chief, which
I was so surprised because I said it's not the Black Hand, but that is the Black Hand.
It's an homage to that's the name of the Black Hand in DC Comics, and apparently he's a police chief in the Absolute Universe.
Pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah. She also meets Mark Shaw, who, according to me Googling, his alter ego or superhero personality is Manhunter. Which if we continue reading, he leaves the police force to go work for Hector Hammond, which is kind of the big, I don't want to say the big bad, but someone that we have been introduced to in the series, and I'm pretty sure is getting set up to be kind of like the big bad antagonist of it all.
I think so.
So apparently he left to go work for him, which could be, could play into things, his name or if he ends up being the same character, the Manhunter, he's probably going to be involved in helping Hector Hammond hunt down Joe and Hal and everybody else.
It's a possibility, but for right now, we can't say yes or no yet.
We also meet Guy Gardner, but we've met him before in the series.
Yeah, but in this one, he pretty much did not get involved in anything that was going on.
But yeah, but this is him when him and Joe first meet. And then we also meet Renee Montoya, who is another officer on the force. And yeah, we also meet a Rita. They didn't give us a last name for Rita, so I'm not sure who that's supposed to be completely. But we'll have to wait and see if that comes to anything. But if you don't know who Renee Montoya is, that is the question.
Oh. But does she have the answer?
Apparently she does. She's a great detective. So, and one of the things that she detected was she kind of got the inkling that Sojourner was gay, or lesbian, I should say.
Interesting.
And after the little, going away party, she kissed Joe and kind of woken up and made her realize that she likes girls.
I kissed a girl and I liked it. The taste of her cherry lip.
Chapstick.
One of them.
So, but she was kind of taken aback by that, obviously.
It was the first time.
She's like, wait, hold on.
What just happened?
Did I, what? Huh?
I need an adult.
Does not compute.
I am an adult.
And then we find that Renee Montoya up and left and transferred and moved to the city or somewhere.
Dang. So you just gonna kiss me and run?
Pretty much. And then we see how the police office works in Evergreen, and we see that Mr. Hand, Chief Hand, is taking bribes or protection money from people in the town.
I told you that was happening.
And John Stewart is one of those people that he was trying to get bribes from, and he refused. And got thrown in jail.
Yeah, and then
Sojourner found out about it and was not happy. And she confronted him about it. And
he's like, not drunk. He is lecturing me about the law. And I'm like, yeah, that's him. He will sit down and lecture you into oblivion.
And she confronts the chief about it. And he's like, that this is how this works. Your grandfather was a respected man. What are you talking about? Just leave it be. And she's trying to get Guy Gardner in on it, and he's like, "Don't leave me out of it. Leave me out of it.
This ain't got nothing to do with me."
He's like, "I like you. You could have a bright future here. Just
don't step on nobody's toes, basically."
But she didn't like it, so she said, "I quit."
Which I think that was a good idea at the time, because you should not stay where your morals don't link up.
Yeah. Obviously, he was taking bribes.
Corrupt.
Yeah. So she couldn't stand by and let it happen without reacting or saying something, without reacting or, trying to get him. She couldn't stand by and let this continue, pretty much. So she said, "Okay, I quit."
Yes.
And obviously her daddy is not very happy about that.
Understandable.
But she does what she does. She decides to up and leave.
Right.
And she goes to Coast City. And that's where she meets Miss Cameron Chase, a.k.a. her future wifey.
Wife. Her
wifey, ex-wifey.
Her future wife, ex-wife.
Yeah. And they start dating.
Yeah. And within a couple months, they end up getting engaged.
Well, I don't know. I don't know
We don't get a timeline.
I don't know the timeline, but the indication is that everything happened very quickly. I don't know how quickly, but it happened quickly.
Yeah, but at the same time, it wasn't a happy thing going on.
Yeah, so Cameron Chase has a job at the DEO, and that job kind of takes up a lot of her time, which Joe didn't really like all the time because, Cameron Chase would be late to things, would, stand her up at dinner, and Joe was not happy.
Yeah, to the point where Miss JoJo stepped outside the marriage.
But before that, she was gonna break up with her.
Oh.
But then that's when she proposed, because Cameron proposed. And then they got married. And then things didn't
worse.
And then things didn't get better.
It got worse.
They were still arguing about it. And
then JoJo went outside the marriage.
And then Joe happens to run into Renee Montoya. And I don't want to say rekindle, but they
have fun.
They get to know each other, and they start dating on the side.
Yeah. Now, one of them knew their position while the other one was fighting it.
And Joe knew what she was doing, but she was feeling guilty about it. And Renee and Joe kind of have a little bit of an argument. It's like, I'm not the one lying, honey.
Yep.
You need to, either you stop feeling sorry or, because I'm not the one lying. I know what this is.
I'm just here.
So Joe decides to come clean to Cameron, and they have an argument.
Yep.
They break up.
Yep.
I'm gonna give you back the ring. Like, why would you tell me this? Like, you could have just let me believe that you loved me. Which, on one hand, would you want to be lied to? Or, I guess it depends on the person.
See, I'm be honest, it don't matter who the person is. You lied to me, you stepped outside the marriage, you gotta go. There is no reconcile after that.
Yeah.
Because that means I can't trust you anymore.
Yeah. It might have just been more of like you're just telling me so that you could feel better type thing, maybe.
Definitely.
You're telling me so that you could feel better about yourself, that you're not so that you aren't lying to my face anymore. You're not telling me because you're sorry. You're telling me because
you got caught. Well, because
you have a guilty conscience.
Yes.
Essentially.
Your conscience was eating away at you.
And then Joe gets a call about her dad, and apparently her dad passed away.
Dang.
So she goes back to Evergreen for the funeral, buries her dad, gets back in touch with Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart. And Jon Stewart offers her a job at the architecture firm.
She takes it, of course.
And just as a little note that I thought was fun, the coffee that they're drinking is Alan Scott's Atom Bomb Cafe and Diner.
And for those of you who don't really know,
Alan Scott is the first Green Lantern, or like the JSA version of Green Lantern.
Right.
If you didn't know.
Pretty interesting character, or at least his costume.
And then we cut back to, at this point, I think it's been 2 issues ago when we come back to present day.
Yes.
And pick up back where 2 issues ago where Sojourner brought Hal to Cameron's house and pretty much is like, I didn't know where else to go. And
I need help.
Cameron Chase lets them in.
Come on in.
And that's how this issue ends.
Yeah, so
we're gonna probably because last issue, or I feel like the last couple issues have been very much giving us like the Lantern lore of the Absolute Universe.
Right.
And so now we're gonna be picking it back up to present day, what's happening in present day.
Pretty good, I would say. What about you?
I enjoy the series. I'm looking forward to getting back to what's happening in the present day and seeing how all of this unfolds.
Well, you guys can follow along. Just get a comment from your local comic book store.
And if you can't,
you can always check out the app.
DC Universe Infinite app.
Where you can read it with your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, on a plane, on a train, anywhere at any time. We love you. And as always, peace.